Now, if you think that Omni-Man is the strongest guy in Invincible or the strongest Viltrumite, you might want to reconsider that fact, because he's not. Because there are a few Viltrumites you might not be aware of that can beat the living hell out of Omni-Man. Want to know who they are? Well, I got you covered. Now, before we start, a little bit of a spoiler warning for you. Now, I know this is so annoying, but I gotta do it. From this point onwards, there are going to be spoilers for the show, so if that's not your cup of tea, then you might as well click off this video and go check out our other videos on our channel that don't have spoilers. Okay, let's get started. Alright, let's talk about Terra, the youngest Viltrumite on the block. She's got Viltrumite blood flowing through her veins, being the daughter of Invincible and Adam Eve. Now, Terra's strength was a work in progress. She was like the rookie in a superhero lineup, figuring out how to flex those Viltrumite muscles. Compared to the battle-hardened Viltrumite heavyweights, Terra's not exactly shaking the foundations with her power. I mean, sure, she's got potential, but anybody young has got potential, okay. But right now, I mean, till the point when the comic ended, she was not the one you'd throw into the ring against the big shots like Thrag or Omni-Man. She was more on the learning curve side of things, trying to catch up with the seasoned fighters in the Viltrumite army. Number 9, Oliver. Oliver, Omni-Man's son and Mark's half-brother. He's an important character for sure in the comics, but when it comes to power, he's certainly not the best out there. He's not. Oliver's placement in the Viltrumite power scale is towards the lower tier. He possesses the standard Viltrumite abilities, but his lack of experience, strategic thinking, and the overconfidence ultimately limited his potential. He could easily overpower most humans or weaker Viltrumites, but against formidable opponents like Mark, Allen, or Thrag, his flaws leave him vulnerable, and he is no match for them and the other Viltrumites in this list. Number 8, Tula, the Viltrumite you might not have heard much about. She's not exactly a household name like Omni-Man, but she's got her own place in the Viltrumite lineup. Now, we all know Viltrumites are no strangers to being tough, and Tula fits right into that mold. Tula is no lightweight. I mean, she's not exactly topping the charts either. Imagine her as a solid mid-tier Viltrumite. She's got the usual package deal, super strength, flight, and the whole durability gig. But the thing is, in the grand Viltrumite army, there's some heavy hitters. Tula's strength is like a solid 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, don't get me wrong, Tula's no pushover. She can throw down with the best of them and probably kick the butt of any average superhero, but when it comes to the Viltrumite hierarchy, she's more of a middleweight contender. It's a tough crowd when your peers are practically superpowered gods. Tula's holding her own though, doing the Viltrumite name proud. So proud of you. Number 7, Anissa. Alright, let's talk about her. The Viltrumite with a mix of strength and a complicated past, yeah, I'll say. Anissa comes with the Viltrumite bloodline, and she's also got that usual package. Super strength, durability, the whole spiel. But you see, Anissa's got this thing for Invincible, and by thing I mean like an obsession. She's a little spooky about it. She decides to, let's say, forcefully express her feelings. It's a messy situation, and it doesn't paint her in the best way, but hey, Viltrumites are not exactly known for their subtlety and romantic finesse. Strength-wise, Anissa's no lightweight. She can throw down with the best of them, but here's the catch. In the grand scheme of Viltrumites, she's not at the top. She's not in the same league as the likes of other guys in our list. Anissa's like a mid-tier Viltrumite, solid mid-tier. She's strong, but there's others who could probably give her a run for her money. So there you go, that's Anissa for you, a Viltrumite with strength and a very complicated love story. She's not the strongest of the bunch, but she's got her own place in the Viltrumite hierarchy. But beware if she starts showing too much in your personal life, it's not gonna end well. Good old Marky Mark would certainly agree with us here. Poor guy.
Number 6, Lucan.
Yes, he's packing the punch with super strength, flight, and that enhanced durability that's a trademark of these alien warriors. Think of him as the mid-card wrestler in the Viltrumite wrestling ring. Not headlining, but definitely people know him, he's got some fans. Now, as for his backdrop, there's not much to write about. No world-altering events or epic battles under his belt. Also, no cool parents, no legendary uncles, just Lucan doing his thing. In the grand Viltrumite family tree, Lucan's like that cousin who's not at every family reunion but shows up every now and then and makes sure that you remember he's got some serious genes flowing through his veins. You're like, oh, that's right, you can do stuff. Cool. I mean, he's a Viltrumite through and through, but he just doesn't quite make it to the A-list of Viltrumite power. So let's say you're in a big old Viltrumite brawl. Lucan's not the first name you'd shot, but he's definitely not going to be the last either. He'll hold his ground and do his Viltrumite thing in the middle of the strength spectrum. Number 5, Kregg. Oh, dig into Kreggy. Yeah, I like to give him nicknames. The Viltrumite with a reputation. Now, Kregg isn't your everyday Viltrumite. He's got a bit of a history. Back in the day, he was a part of the Viltrumite Empire's elite, serving as a general. You know, the kind of guy you don't want to mess with. What sets Kregg apart is his experience and battle-hardened attitude. He's seen his fair share of fights, and that kind of thing counts a lot. Like a lot. In this universe, he's got the tactical know-how and combat skills that come with being a general in the Viltrumite army. And in a valley full of tough Viltrumites, Kregg's earned his stripes and a place in the upper levels of their power structure. Number 4, Omni-Man. No, I know, chill. Omni-Man, he's not at number 1. Deal with it, okay? Now let's talk about the big guy of the Viltrumite universe. We all know he's the Viltrumite poster boy. He's among those who are at the top of the strength pyramid. No doubt his strength, speed, and durability are off the charts. He's been around the block for centuries, conquering planets and doing the whole interstellar tough guy routine. But what sets Omni-Man apart from the rest of the Viltrumite crew is his experience He's got battle scars older than most civilizations. That's the kind of know-how that gives him an edge, making him the granddaddy of Viltrumite badasses. I mean, yeah, his moral compass is a little bit, broken, especially with the whole Earth conquering plan that he had going on. But when it comes to pure strength, Omni-Man's the benchmark. The guy you look to and go, yep, that's what a top-tier Viltrumite looks like. So if you're making a Viltrumite strength lineup, Omni-Man's the heavyweight champion. He's not just flexing muscles, he's flexing centuries of battle-tested might. But wait, there's actually 3 other guys who are even stronger than Omni-Man. Number 1 might surprise you a lot. Number 3, Conquest. Yeah, this guy. In the Invincible comic, violence, gore were already part of the scene, but when Conquest entered the picture, he took brutality to a whole new level. Sporting a scarred face and robotic arm, Conquest made it clear that he was no stranger to intense battles, surviving the Scourge virus, and even surpassing the age of Omni-Man. Conquest stood out as one of the most seasoned characters in the Invincible universe, with a track record of never losing a planet throughout his thousands of years. Conquest is a savage, and after nearly defeating Invincible, Conquest met his match when Adam Eve unleashed her nuclear powers, vaporizing a significant portion of the Conqueror. However, that was not the end of him. Conquest managed to escape the 400 tons of metal enclosing him, setting the stage for a rematch with Invincible that pushed the hero to the brink of death for months. What sets Conquest apart is his pure unadulterated strength. He's not just like strong. He comes in like a wrecking ball. I know I can't sing. But anyways, he's a wrecking ball of power. When he shows up, you know things are about to get really bad. Now in the grand lineup of Viltrumite pecking order, Conquest is right up there with the strongest. He's not quite at the tippy top, but he's pretty damn close. Number 2, Thrag. Time to introduce you guys to the main villain of Invincible series, Thrag. Now I know the main villain. What? He's not at number 1. I know. Let me explain. Thrag's origins are shrouded in the mists of time. He's ascended to the position of Grand Regent through sheer power and brutality, overthrowing the previous emperor in a violent coup. His past is riddled with rumors of galactic conquests, relentless purges, and the unwavering loyalty to the Viltrumite way of life. He embodies the purest form of Viltrumite ideology. Conquest is in their blood. Weakness is to be cold, and the universe will ultimately kneel before their might, blah blah blah. Physically though, Thrag is a behemoth, towering even over the most formidable Viltrumites. His musculature bulges with raw power. His thick hide shrugs off most attacks, and his blows carry the force of a planetary collision. Oh my gosh. Thrag boasts near invulnerability, enhanced flight, and heat vision that could melt stars. You know, he's a living cannon, a living Death Star, a one-man war machine fueled by centuries of battle experience and an insatiable hunger for domination. Yet, to reduce Thrag to a mere brute force, to reduce him to just being a big brute force brute, that's a grave mistake. He's a cunning strategist, a master of warfare who has commanded vast Viltrumite armies and crushed countless civilizations. His mind is as sharp as his claws, able to formulate complex battle plans and exploit the weaknesses of his enemies. He understands the value of subterfuge and psychological warfare, often manipulating others to serve his own ends. Number 1, Mark Grayson, aka Invincible. I know, but wait, let me explain. Because in the brutal ballet of Viltrumite power, even the mighty Thrag, Grand Regent of the Empire, must bow his head to this one, because Mark Grayson is the embodiment of hope. He's known as Invincible, and he does actually stand above them all. But I will say his path to the pinnacle wasn't forged in Viltrumite blood and brute force. It was a testament to resilience, adaptability, and an unwavering belief in something beyond conquering or killing others. Thrag, a colossus of Viltrumite savagery, carved his legacy through centuries of bloody conquests. His reign as Grand Regent was built on brute power and unyielding will. Even Mark, after years of training and countless brutal fights, could only hope to hold Thrag at bay. Yet, in a particular standoff at the edge of defeat, it was that allowed Mark to unveil a new level of power. The key wasn't just another heat of blast vision or brutal punch. It was strategy honed through countless battles against cunning enemies. It was resilience, the ability to rise from the ashes of defeat stronger and wiser, and most importantly, it was humanity, the driving force behind Mark's refusal to succumb to the Viltrumite way. Because as Mark pushed his Viltrumite physiology to its limits, he was able to access an untapped well of power. He didn't become another Thrag, he became something beyond. His strength, fueled by hope and determination, surpassed even the Grand Regents. His moves, fueled by tactical brilliance, left Thrag scrambling to keep up. His spirit, unbroken by centuries of Viltrumite darkness, blazed like a beacon, illuminating a path towards a better future. Mark's victory over Thrag wasn't just a physical triumph, it was a philosophical one. It proved that strength isn't just about muscles and rage. It was about strategy, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a world where heroes rise above conquerors. He wasn't just defeating Thrag, he was rewriting the Viltrumite story, paving the way for a future where might doesn't compassion make it right, where compassion stands alongside power, and where hope triumphs over conquest. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so teary-eyed. That was beautiful. So yeah, Mark Grayson, Invincible, sits at the top of my list, not just because of raw power. He reigns supreme because he embodies the power of something far greater. The power of humanity, the power of hope, the power of a future where Viltrumites aren't conquerors, but protectors. And that, my friend, is a victory unlike any other. So there you go, we have Mark putting an end to our list of Viltrumites ranked from weakest to strongest. I hope you liked this video, and if you agree with my rankings, do leave a thumbs up and comment down below. If not, well, I would love to know your rankings. What would you change? Who would you put? And why? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.